Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. We still haven't put my wall up yet. It's coming, it's coming. But today we're doing a haul video. It's going to be the haul from the messy house we went to a couple weeks ago. That's what I'm going to start with. Then, y'all, we went back to the other estate sale where I picked up all those amazing McDonald's stuff and the Lego set. We went back, and then we've been
Did
to
you
a
get anything
couple.
good?
Yes.
Did you spend too much money?
Spent a lot of money. Spent a lot of money, but plan on making a lot of money.
We spent more money on an item than we have ever spent on an item to flip.
Yeah.
And we did it 3 times.
Yep. And then we've been to a couple of thrift stores. And if I've got time, I'll go ahead and throw them in there. We do plan on getting another picker video put out real soon. If you haven't gone over to my other channel, The Rebel Pickers, and watched the last, we've put out 2, right?
2 of them this year.
2 so far this year. Please go on over there, give it a like, thumbs up, all of that stuff.
We're improving our technique, doing more.
We're trying.
We're doing more digging. This is Rebel. We went to the estate sale for the second time the other day, and I recorded. We were talking there by the Sasha dolls, and then she went downstairs to go dig in the basement more.
Because I went looking for something that I knew I had something was missing. So I knew I wanted to get down there after we had done the looking around with the Sasha dolls.
How much did you record?
Not even. Didn't even cross my mind to go start recording while I was digging, looking for the piece that I was looking for, which I didn't find, but I did find some more stuff, of course.
And she felt bad about it. But then
I felt bad.
Then I asked her a very important question. I said, "Are you a reseller or a YouTuber?"
And my answer is, I'm always going to be a reseller first. Always. That is what makes, that's what I've been doing for this month is 26 years. My brain just wants to automatically focus. And that's why I've really struggled with the picking videos, because I'm there to work and I'm having a hard time doing both.
And recording is not working at this point for her.
No.
But it needs to be. We'll get there.
It needs to be. We're getting there. We appreciate the constructive criticism that we get.
We truly do.
We do.
On how to make those better, we really appreciate the constructive criticism. Yep. I don't remember the lady's name, but she said, show more digging in the boxes. And we did that. When we went to the thrift store today, I actually followed Rebel around and recorded her looking for stuff instead of relying on each of us to do the recording, because it's, I don't know how those people that do these all the time, how do they dig and then look something up while holding their camera? I mean, if you have the chest mount GoPro, it's different, but we've been using our phones to do the recording. It's a little more discreet, because it seems like the thrift stores around here, we haven't been thrown out of any yet, but we have been asked a time or a few to not record. So we've just been doing it on our phones to be more discreet, and it allows us to, like today we were at the Goodwill and a lady had her little girl with her. So we were recording and then the little girl popped around the corner, and I just, instead of the camera still recording, I just turned my phone down to the floor. So it was obviously that I was not recording her.
We will not record children. We won't.
I might get arrested or something, Rebel could get away with it, but dudes recording kids, we just get arrested and beat up.
And get put on the local Facebook groups.
Exactly.
All right, so let me show you. I got a lot of smalls there. And when we did the picking video, I didn't show you guys all of the smalls. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you the things that I picked up and the things, that really intrigued me a lot. So first thing, and I've talked about these before, these are Lego Duplo Primo blocks. I don't find them very often. They do say Lego right here on the nub. And there's a couple of varieties. There's a base. There's a couple of people. I do really well with these. I'm expecting maybe 15 plus for just this. Now, just a reminder, at that sale, how much did we spend? We
We spent 45, but
And
we
then
had
we
to
had to
take.
return something.
We returned the Brio trains, and she gave us 20 back, so it was a total of 25 that we
$25
actually.
for all of this.
Our initial, if you watch the picking video, we had $45 in spending.
Yeah.
But we took the Brio back because we found that tape inside that seemed to indicate that it wasn't supposed to be for sale.
Yep.
Because somebody in one of the in Rebel's video where she was recording inside, you could see that it was taped up, and then by the time I got to that room, the
Somebody
tape
had
was
pulled it
gone
off.
and it was inside the drawer.
I'm assuming some kid wanted to play with it, so they just took the tape off. Other things that I picked up were these Fisher-Price Little People. This was the petting zoo. Unfortunately, I only found one of the animals. I'm going to go look through my other stuff. I think there was a lion, a seal maybe. I can't remember. And like a bird that went with this set. I'm going to see if I have it. Oh yeah, and a camel. Because some of the pieces, the fence pieces, had the animals that were in there. There were also just a few more Little People pieces that I went ahead and grabbed. These are like to a carnival. I have had these before, but I don't remember what they are. I've had them. They are these little flocked bears, but I don't remember. I'm going to have to see if Robert or Google lends them real quick for me. But again, I'm hoping, I don't know, $10 to $20 for the two of them. Oh, more Little People stuff. I just kind of left them laying over there. Just some of the furniture to the like Home Sweet Home doll houses. Okay, I'll make a lot if I've got a baby or the mom or the dad or any other furniture, some of the beds. I may go ahead and, switch stuff around and make a lot. This is one of the chunky dogs to Fisher-Price Little People. Well, right here it is. I had shown the cow recently. This is a dog. I'll see if I've got any more, but I don't think I do. So I may just put these two together in a lot. I was surprised to find this. Look, it is Fisher-Price. It is an eraser that went to the desk or the school set that had the chalkboard. I'm hoping like $8 to $10 for it. A lot of times this styrofoam has totally disintegrated. It's definitely got issues. But it's good that it still has it. All right, now I found these. I was thinking they were like pieces to Polly Pocket because it has this, the vintage ones has this little hole there with like the figures. But then I found these, and I think this may be part of it. I don't know. I'll have to do some more research. But it's My Pretty Dollhouse. It's by Galoob, but look, it's these little rooms. And then there's a instruction booklet for a gazebo and patio. I don't know if I have that, but I have sold just these vintage pamphlets on sets before, like bread and butter. So I'll probably keep all of this together and then just list it like that. But again, I'm hoping, $15, $20 for the set. Pretty sure, like, I picked up some Barbies. I think this looks like vintage Barbie pots and pans. Let me show you. I just kind of picked up a variety of these. There were more, but these seem to look, they had like her. She has the earrings. Her hair is a mess. They're going to all need wiped down. Here's another one. Another Barbie. She looks like a Disney princess. I'm not sure if I really looked hard at her. She's got some condition issues. There's another one with some earrings. If anybody knows Barbies and want to throw something out there for me, their clothes definitely need washed. But one of the Kens of some type, but look, he's got a fake beard. I don't know much about them. I didn't even check comps, but again, I paid $25 for all of this.
Want to go back to this?
Yeah. What'd you find out?
Bitsy Bears.
Bitsy Bears. I remember that now. I've sold one at some point. Did find this doll. I could just tell. Look at that face. Vintage. Let me look on her neck. It says Mattel 1988. Look, somebody took the time to wrap her shoes so they wouldn't get all messed up. Really clean other than the messy hair. You know, I'm hoping like 15 plus for her. I'm not sure if it was, I think things might have gotten mixed up, but a Build-A-Bear, pair of Hello Kitty panties. I've got an outfit that I need to get listed, so I'll just add it to it. Look, Berenstain Bears, a little hand puppet. Yep, 1987. Probably only going to be bread and butter. Found a couple of Blue's Clues items. This is the green dog puppy. And this one, I'll have to test it to see if it works. I think it showed a vintage date, I'm pretty sure. So 2000. Hopefully it works. Sometimes some of these off characters on Blue's Clues do quite well. I'll see if I've got any other characters listed from this time frame, and then I may just add it or list it separately. But again, you know, I'm hoping $10, $15 for this. Not sure about him. Not quite sure what this was. I went ahead and grabbed it because it says Mattel, trying to get lights, Mattel 1993. Not even sure. I like picking up these vintage items and seeing if I can figure them out.
So we're looking at binoculars, or this looks like a backpack.
Yeah, it's some kind of backpack.
Like a rocket backpack.
Yeah. Found some vintage Fisher-Price Little People. I've got the little stewardess, a trough, a fence, and a piece of luggage. I'm pretty sure I have some of these listed. I may just add it to the lot. This intrigued me. I'm pretty sure I Google Lensed it, but I have already forgotten. But it's some kind of, I'm not sure if it's to a doll or like My Little Pony. Google Lens will probably be able to help me. Vintage Care Bears. On the back it says, listen and look, record your own voice and story. I don't know. Again, I'm hoping bread and butter for it.
All right, this is a showing up as a 1993 Ken doll operated dive swim scuba tank.
It looked like a scuba tank.
Apparently
Interesting.
For a Ken doll.
Well, I have that one Ken doll. I wonder if it went with him. I don't know. But interesting. Hopefully it works. I'm going to have to take it apart and see what happens with it. These monster trucks, I tend to pick them up. If I've got any listed, I'll add this to it. But this one is 1992 Mattel. Don't know. In really nice condition. I have some smalls. I think this is Weebles. I'm pretty sure this is Loving Family. A little replacement telephone that's Sesame Street. A lot of these are going to be bread and butter. But I like grabbing them to help somebody finish up a set or something. Not a clue. Winnie the Pooh, Scratch and Sniff. I went through it. It seemed to be in really good condition, but I really don't want to scratch on it. I guess I'll have to pick one and see if it still has a scent. Here we go. The Pine Tree. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This one intrigues me. Scratch and Sniff stickers do really well. Now, I took a risk with these. Took a risk because they are these little golden sound books. None of them work. They do have replaceable batteries. I just didn't have a screwdriver to check. So that'll be something. I'm hoping if they do work, like 10 to 20 bucks each. So I have Bugs Bunny, Winnie the Pooh, Beauty and the Beast, and Cinderella. You just never know. I'm not seeing a date. But I had to save the vintage stuff. Let me show you some of the plush that I picked up there. Elliot, Walt Disney, Dragon. I don't know if I've ever had this one before. He's going to need a bath, but I'm hoping at least bread and butter, if not a little bit better. I've picked these up before. It is Noodle Doos, copyright 1999. I may have one listed. If I do, I'll add her to that one. Otherwise, I want to say they were bread and butter, but I just like them. Oh, and her name is Lee. This is Caillou's cat. Sometimes these plush do really well. I don't know if I've ever had him before, so, you know, I'm hoping at least 15 plus for it. All right, and then the last looks like 4 plush. This frog, it says Bonnie Erickson, 1985, made in Korea. But look, it is Axlon. I've talked about that brand before. I just sold a bear recently that was Axlon, and then that crazy head one was Axlon. I want to say when I checked comps on this, it was like 25 plus for him. I did find another hand puppet. This is a frog also, but I'm not seeing a tag. I don't know. He's going to need a bath, but again, I'm hoping $20, $25 for him. And then these 2 plush. I'm gonna risk running this through the wash. I'm saying that because he feels like he's stuffed with some kind of fiber. Oh, Sandy foam. I'm concerned, but look, it is vintage Gund, but it's bad. It's in rough condition. So I'm going to run him through the wash, see what happens. I'm hoping, oh, even his ears have been tied. Ooh, this one's just barely hanging on. That's not good. I'm still hoping like 25 plus for it. And then I don't normally pick up bears, but I went in and picked this one up. It is Fairview. It's going to need a bath. Again, I'm hoping $20, $25 for it. See the face? Robert picked this up at that sale. I don't know. It is very dirty. I don't know if he's just going to... This is his project. How about that? But he kind of looks like Sasquatch or like Planet of the Apes. I don't know. But yeah, he has all kinds of issues. I don't know. Don't know, but that was a Robert thing. All right. I don't think I will be able to do the thrift store stuff because I really want to get this stuff listed that we picked up yesterday.
So it's got to get done first. And
yes.
we'll come back to the rest of the estate sale stuff and the thrift store stuff. But we got to get to these last 3 items.
The big 3 that we drove an hour to get back to this place yesterday. So let me show you. We picked up 3 Sasha dolls. Now, if the dolls had their tags, the paper tags, she was charging $150 for them. If they didn't have their paper tags, they were charging $100. And there was no discounts. So we went ahead and grabbed her. Her name is Sarah. She does have her papers. So
wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Right.
I gotta interrupt this
I'm wrong because we only paid $100 for her.
Before you get too far into this story,
I wasn't going to buy these.
I want to go back to this guy.
Why?
Because your husband buys stuff like this, right?
Yes.
But while editing the picking video for this estate sale, sat around and did a little comping. So he's also responsible for
this.
So I average out okay, but I have some pretty wild swings in the good and the bad.
I got to take that back because some of the dolls were marked 150 and some of the dolls were marked 100. But we bought 2 dolls that were 100. She was one. And then there was another girl. And then we did go back to get the boy doll. We knew we were going to get the boy doll and that he was $150. But y'all, the research has been odd. Yesterday when we were doing research, we weren't finding her, and except on WorthPoint. But today I went in and I looked up all 3 of these in Terapeak just to see if I could find history. There's somebody who has her listed for $300. And then there's somebody else who has her listed for $585. But I have went into WorthPoint. I'm going to look here real quick. Yeah. She has sold up to like $510. I really think that I'm just going to go ahead and keep her in the $500 range. Y'all, I didn't notice this the first day we were there, but they had the tubes for all of the dolls too. So this is her original tube. It matches her number on her tag. So this was one. We paid $100 for her.
We'll go back to the eBay search thing. I get really frustrated with the eBay search. This doll is a prime example. When we looked yesterday, there were none listed, and the solds were 500 or whatever it was, right?
Yep.
Today, there are how many listed? 2 that you found. One for like 300 and something, and one for 500 and something.
Right. And one of the times I looked up Sasha Sarah doll, and I got one set of results. And then I did just Sasha Sarah, and I got different results. And that's where I think I found the $300 one that's listed, which, no, that needed to be listed much higher.
So for a reseller, you know, if we're going to go buy at the bins and we're buying something for 50 cents, it's not a big deal. But if we're going to go pay $100 for something because we think we can sell it for $600 or $700 and we're only going to be able to sell it for $350, well, we're still going to make plenty of money.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I would have paid $300 if I could make $600. We normally don't do like pay half of what we think we're going to sell it for. But if half is $300 in profit, then why the heck wouldn't we do that? But all of a sudden we're going to make no profit on it if we paid $300. It's eBay really needs to get that fixed because they're hurting sellers when we're spending bigger dollars for things when you get different search results. We were in our Discord, we were talking the other day because I looked up something by an exact title. Nobody could find it. I mean, I asked other people, is it just me? Rebel tried. We asked in our Discord. Nobody in the Discord could find it. But if I search Google,
we found it. I
could find it on by doing a Google search. I couldn't find it on eBay, but I could find a link to it when doing a Google search.
Which concerns me also too now because there were more dolls. There were a lot more dolls. And maybe another one would have been a better find for us. Because I was only planning on buying 2 dolls. We ended up buying 3. But again, was one of the other ones just because the search was wrong and we should have been seeing more information. I don't know.
And that's on the when we're going to buy stuff to flip. What about when buyers are going to buy our stuff? Are they searching for a Sasha doll like we did yesterday and go, well, it ain't on eBay. I guess I just might as well give up because they're not finding it when it's actually there to buy.
Yep.
So is that why sales are so slow right now? Because people can't find our stuff?
The search stinks. All right. And then let me show you the little boy, which we thought he was the treasure. And that's the one we went to. And he ended up not being the big treasure. But
the big treasure is getting to spend the day with you.
All right. His name is Alberto. And we paid $150 for him. But look, I'm just realizing we have different shoelaces. That's going to be...
No, I'm pretty sure that's how he's supposed to be.
Oh, you think? Because he's like a...
He's like a hobo.
Yeah.
Kind of. Can I say hobo?
I don't know. Bad word? What should we say?
Is he a street urchin? Is he Oliver Twist?
But it did come with this like eraser board. Y'all, let's see, on eBay, when I look up Terapeak on him, there have been, I want to say, a sold for $6.99 and 2 that are $625. The thing with the $625 ones, I think those were UK. You can't really tell in here because they were earlier in 2023, so I can't look at the original listings.
When I was doing my research on him, I found 2 solds, and they were both from the UK.
Right, right. And so there is none currently listed, but
That we can find.
That we can find. But on WorthPoint, he has sold for up to $1,200. $1,200. Oh, yep. And I'm looking in the picture on WorthPoint, and it is 2 different laces. So, y'all, I'm considering going about that high on him and see what kind of offers I get. Also, I do have his original tube. So
these are numbered with a 5-digit number. Like his number, if you look at his tag, is 08014.
yeah.
And the store puts a 98 in front of it. And some of these actually had just didn't have the barcode tag. They had a different tag on it that only had the 5-digit code on it.
Yep. So that was him. And then this one. At first, we could find nothing. Nothing on her when we did Google Lens. We didn't even realize at that point that we had a box that told us who she was.
I finally found her while I was there. I did a whole bunch of Googling images, and I was just
dress.
doing different things. And I finally found an image of her that told me she was going to London, was the name of for that dress outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was able to do a little bit more digging based on that.
And when I went to eBay, let me see what I found for eBay. There was, let's see, one that sold in 2024. It looks like for $490. But y'all, 2023, she sold for $1,200 also. And when I went and looked at the listing in WorthPoint also, there's something special about this gold colored wristband on her. So again, I'm probably going to go $1,200 and see what happens. Robert thinks I should do an auction. And since this video is probably going to go out tonight, would you auction or would you just shoot really high and see what kind of offers you get? I'm leery about auctions. Even if I did $1,200, that, that might be a little bit too high, but they could send offers, but I don't like that either.
I think put it on auction for the $1,200, and if it doesn't sell, then just put it on, buy it now for $1,200.
Yep. Well, and she does have, they put a tag on this one. It's not marked in any way, but it is definitely one of the older tubes. The problem is also there was some corrosion on the lid, which has discolored this also. Don't think it's going to take down the value very much because, frankly, it's all about the doll. And again, I'm not sure if I don't think I want to keep these doll stands. They are not original to the doll. They are just generic. So I think I'm going to take all of them off and then pack them in this with lots of packing. And then this is probably one of those times we will double box to make sure that these get to their destination safe. All right. Hope you guys are, just as excited as we are about this find. I can't wait to get them listed. I have already done pictures. And I'm probably going to list them probably tomorrow. We'll see though. We'll see. I've never sold something like this before, so.
Not doll wise. We sold that one reading gizmo,
yeah,
but not the collector doll stuff that's really old and
nope.
And especially we paid $5 for the eye gizmo.
Yeah.
We paid more money for this. I think
yeah.
As far as I've known us as buying an individual item, the most we've ever paid for something to sell is $60.
Oh, for that
flower thing last year. And that was because there was like 1 listed and 3 sold. Yeah. So we knew it was going to be a quick flip. But we don't normally spend this kind of money.
Mm-mm. All right, y'all. It's time to get to work and eat lunch. Bye.